So basically, it's Christmas Eve, hence why I'm wearing this star. And actually, my cousin Sally gave this to me at a Christmas do 2 years ago, and it saved my life in work last year when I was hungover. So I put this on and feel like I was ready for the world. So thank you for that. I need to set a timer. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
We're doing this so that I don't lose track of time, but I've got lots to say, mainly Christmas facts, which I think everyone will enjoy. So, last night I had my first whiskey mac, which basically is whiskey and ginger wine, and my mum used to drink it, and it's delish. Really enjoyed it. I actually made it a bit doolally, so I would recommend anyone to try it over the Christmas period. Basically, I wanted to say that, these earrings are made by my dearest friend Kath, and I can link you up on her if you like them. They're really gorgeous and I love them, so I'm promoting. Big ups to you, my babe. But basically, I think we should all stop bashing the Prime Ministers. I know that we had less than 6 hours and it's a nationwide lockdown or whatever it is, tier 4, tier 1, what's the difference? But it's not really their fault, is it? And if anyone who put themselves in their position, would you actually do any better? We all love to blame. That's the issue, the human race. But whatever. Basically, you can't. So I just think we should stop having a go. Boris, Mark, whoever you want to blame, it just is what it is, I'm afraid. So I'm going to stay on my gratitude thing and let you all know about something that I've been doing, which might help you too. That's the whole point of these, really. So pay attention. So mindfulness is a really big thing, and it can be the tiniest thing in the world. It can literally be like making your daily coffee or making your bed in the morning, anything that you want. Just pay attention. Like, literally be in that moment. I know it sounds silly, but the smaller you start, the better. And if you make your coffee, just be aware of what you're doing, and that's the only thing I can say, really. Also, one little tip that I've learned is, wouldn't it be nice if, because if you say that and imagine what you want, so you're like, wouldn't it be nice if I was a millionaire? But then you feel that feeling, and that's the whole point. It's like you're aligning with how you want to feel. So bear that in mind too. And Christmas Day, be present, like with your family, whoever you're with, even if you're alone. Like, I recently posted something about this, and it was like, be present, don't be on your phones, like be present with the people that are in your life right then and there, because they're there with you. Like, it's like when people go to concerts and record the whole thing, you're not really looking, are you? You're looking through a lens, which I know everyone wants to show everyone else, but why really? Like, does it make a difference at the end of the day, does it? So that's that. Also, my favourite Christmas song is Wham! Last Christmas. I love it to bits. My least favourite Christmas song is Mariah Carey. I just can't stand the woman. I mean, not as a person, don't actually know her, but that song drives me to distraction. So, before I go on to my Christmas facts, I just want to let you all know the importance of vitamin C. Everyone goes on about how, like, vitamin D and everything else, but vitamin C, huge. Buy yourself some capsules, buy yourself them fizzy things you can put in your drink. I don't really care, but if you're like me and I smoke, so vitamin C gets depleted faster, then it's not hard, guys. Okay, it just makes you feel better. It's really good for your bod, really good. Okay, so my Christmas facts. Are you ready? So basically, apparently I learnt these recently on a quiz, one of them anyway. So what did the Raymonds do under the mistletoe? They had sex, apparently. I don't know if this is true, but could be. No one was there, no one had cameras, but what can you say? Would make sense as to why we now kiss under the mistletoe, being the PG generation that we are. Second fact is, I was thinking about robins recently, and I thought to myself, are they actually Christmas birds, or are they just associated with Christmas because they're red? So it turns out two stories. The first reason is the Victorian times is when they first started sending Christmas cards. So the postmen were dressed completely in red, hence the vans to this day. But they got the nicknames Robins or Redbreasts, and so that's where robins come like associated with Christmas. But then, to go a little bit further afield, the robin apparently, when Mary was giving birth to Jesus Christ in the manger, a little bird flew in, a little brown bird, and flapped its wings and got the fire going because it was dying. And as it flew off, the fire scorched its belly. I love the word scorched. Anyway, that's why robins have their name. But my mum is a mega realist, and I just remembered something. In 1963, my mum was about 5 years old, and she told me recently that there were the monkeys. There used to be real live monkeys when they'd go and visit Santa, and she said Mr. Holly used to stand by the gate of the grotto or whatever, and he was all dressed in green, and I thought that was really mental to think that at 63, which not that long ago, they had live monkeys. Anyway, so my mum, being the realist that she is, when I told her the story about the robin, she was like, but I don't understand, would its fur just be burnt off and it would just have a scorched belly? And she is literally like, basically the rest of this video is funny things that she said to me this one night. We were watching the telly, we were watching The Holiday. I absolutely adore that film. It's like up there with my favourite Christmas films. I love it. Anyway, so she said that, and then she went on to just be hilarious, which she is. And the first thing she did was say I was eating some crisps and she called me a rustling buzzard. I don't know if anyone else's mum does this, but she calls me all kind of names. Like when she couldn't find me the other day, she said, "Where are you, snail pace?" I mean, this is just the norm of my day to day, so I thought you guys should know that. And when we were little, she used to, this is a good tip for anyone actually, to bring a bit of cheer into their lives. If you go, say, blackberry picking or whatever, you're around like roses, she used to snap off a thorn and stick it on her nose and say that she was a rhino. And I love her for that so much, I can't even describe. But I just have to go back to The Holiday quickly because in that it's obviously very romantic. But there's a bit in it where Arthur, the really old guy, gives her a corsage, which is not something we do anymore in this day and age. Breaks my heart actually, because if someone did that for me, I would cry. And it's little things like my mum used to put my dad's coffee in his cup before he got up, so that all he had to do was pour the water and milk in. You know, it's the small things, guys, really it is. And that's love, I suppose. So basically, I'm going to continue on with my story of the things that happened. So for New Year's Eve this year, I know that everyone can't go out, but think about how nice it is to know that you don't have to plan anything, you don't have to leave your house, you don't have to be stressed about travel, etc. You can just stay in your PJs and welcome the new year in with the ones you love. I know, right? So we are going to play Monopoly, and I brought us a prawn ring from Iceland, and life is good. What more could you want, really? I mean, sorted, to be honest. And also some really nice things is that everywhere delivers. I know that we may be in like mid Wales or whatever, but most places, if you're living in a sort of more lively area, you can get anything delivered. Mackey's, KFC, Greggs. It's a new world, guys. And also, fun fact, did you know egg cups are 50ml? So I'm drinking Guinness right now, but if I was going to have a vodka, then I could just pour it into my egg cup, and that's a 50ml shot. So basically, what can go wrong, really? I mean, you're just bartenders in your own home. And so, over Christmas, basically bought loads of cheese. I love cheese. I'm not actually even that fussed about turkey, if I'm honest. I'd rather just have ham, Christmas ham, and cheese and crackers. But there's a cheese that I found recently. It's smoked cheese by this company, but I have to tell you the story. So we were eating this cheese that I love. My mum hated it, which just goes to show how different people are, and we should celebrate our differences, I believe, because I adore this cheese and my mum hated it. Humans at their finest, innit? Can't deny. So anyway, I said, what cheese is this? And I said, it's a Welsh cheese. And she said, probably called Cymru cheese. Alexa, stop. That's my 10 min, so I'm just gonna quickly wrap this up. But the cheese is actually called Snowdonia Cheese Company. So she wasn't that far off, was she? Anyway, so Wales, a little fun fact, because I love Wales, and obviously it's my born and bred, I love it. Rioja is the most drank drink, is that right? In Wales, we're the highest Rioja drinkers. Second that, 'cause I love it. And recently, Duolingo, I hope I said it right, I've said that Welsh is the most learnt language recently. People have been looking up, so that's really good. I'm just gonna, actually, I do have a few things left to say, but I'm not going to say them now. I'll put them in my next vid. And also, I just want to say, in the last but one video, I mentioned a pig story, which I'm going to tell you in the next video. So hold on to your turkeys for that one, and I'll explain that as well. But look after each other, love your loved ones, take care of each other. Like, this year's been however it's been and is what it is. We've got a fresh year coming. I know we can't go anywhere for the first 3 weeks, but do stuff for yourself. Like, find stuff, learn something, do something, and always be kind. Like, look after each other. So basically, happy Christmas Eve, happy Christmas, have a great one, be kind to each other, and basically eat as much food as you possibly can. Lots of love. Merry Christmas.